Good morning students. Today we discuss about Riemann integration. For this, first we know some definitions. Partition of closed interval. What is a partition of closed interval? Let closed interval a comma b be a finite closed interval. By a partition capital P of closed interval a comma b into n subintervals, we mean a finite ordered set x0, x1, x2 dot xn of the points of closed interval a comma b such that a is equal to x0 less than x1 less than x2 dot less than xn minus 1 less than xn is equal to b. The partition capital P consists of n plus 1 points, which partitioning closed interval a comma b into n sub intervals. So I1 is equal to close interval x0 comma x1, I2 is equal to close interval x1 comma x2 dot In is equal to close interval xn minus 1 comma xn, such that union I is equal to 1 to n is equal to union I is equal to 1 to n close interval xi minus 1 comma xi is equal to close interval a comma b. We discuss some examples such that capital P1 is equal to 0, 1 by 4, comma 1 by 2, comma 3 by 4, comma 1, and P2 is equal to 0, 1 by 3, comma half, comma 2 by 3, comma 6 by 7, comma 1 are both partitions of closed interval 0, comma 1. Also we see that P1 union P2 is equal to 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 3, half, 2 by 3, 3 by 4, 6 by 7, comma 1 is also a partition, and P1 intersection P2 is equal to 0, half, comma 1 are also partitions of closed interval 0, comma 1. Because here you see that 0 less than 1 by 4, less than 1 by 3, less than half, less than 2 by 3, less than 3 by 4, less than 6 by 7, less than 1, and our interval is 0, comma 1. Our starting point is 0 and ending point is also 1. So these are our partitions of a closed interval. Now upper and lower product sums. For this, let f closed interval a comma b to r be a bounded function. Let capital P is equal to x0, x1, x2 dot xn be a partition of closed interval a comma b. First we define least upper bound or supremum and greatest lower bound or infimum of a bounded set of real numbers. We see that this is a bounded set. That means we will find a supremum value and a infimum value. For this we take a subinterval close interval xi minus 1 comma xi, and we consider a set Si such that fx for where x belongs to close interval xi minus 1 comma xi. Now capital Mi is equal to supremum of Si. That means is equal to supremum of fx such that x belongs to close interval xi minus 1 comma xi, and this is our supremum, means least upper bound of fx. And small mi is equal to infimum of Si is equal to infimum of fx where x belongs to close interval xi minus 1 comma xi, and infimum means GLB, that means greatest lower bound of fx. Here I is equal to 1, 2 dot up to n, and xi minus 1 comma xi is a sub interval of close interval a comma b. Now upper product sum UPF or UFP means UFP is equal to summation of I is equal to 1 to n capital Mi delta xi is equal to capital M1 x1 minus x0 plus M2 x2 minus x1 plus dot up to Mn xn minus xn minus 1. And lower product sum LFP or LPF denoted by LFP is equal to summation over I is equal to 1 to n mi delta xi, which can be written as m1, putting value of I, m1 x1 minus x0 plus m2 x2 minus x1 plus dot dot mn xn minus 1. Now here is some note, important note. Let small mi is equal to GLB, that means greatest lower bound of f in close interval xi minus 1 comma xi, and capital Mi is equal to least upper bound, that means LUB or supremum of f in close interval xi minus 1 comma xi, where I is equal to 1 to dot up to n, and small m is greatest lower bound of f in close interval a comma b, and capital M is the least upper bound of f in close interval a comma b. So small m less than is equal to small mi less than is equal to capital Mi less than is equal to capital M. So this implies small m delta I less than is equal to small mi delta I less than is equal to capital Mi delta I less than is equal to capital M delta I, where delta I is equal to xi minus 1. This implies we take summation in all inequalities. Small m summation over delta I is equal to 1 to n less than is equal to summation over I is equal to 1 to n small mi delta I less than is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n capital Mi delta I less than is equal to capital M summation over I is equal to 1 to n delta I. Now we know summation over delta I means what? Means delta 1 plus delta 2 dot up to delta n. That means what? B minus A. So we write small m into b minus 1 less than is equal to LFP less than is equal to UFP less than is equal to capital M b minus A. Now Riemann integrability. We know our LPF or LFP and UPF and UF or UFP. Now the supremum or LUB of the set LPF if exists, and it is called lower integral of f on close interval a comma b, denoted by integration lower integration a to b fx dx, or by lower integral a to b f dx, or by lower integral a to b f. The infimum or GLB of the set UPF, where P belongs to partition set of close interval a comma b, exists, then it is called upper integral of f on close interval a comma b, and it is denoted by upper integral a to b fx dx, or by upper integral a to b f dx, or by upper integral a to b f. F is said to be Riemann integrable on close interval a comma b if lower integral a to b f dx is equal to upper integral a to b f dx. So this is our condition for R integrability. So that means lower integral a to b f dx is equal to upper integral a to b f dx, then the function will be Riemann integrable. Now norm of partition. Let capital P is equal to A is equal to x naught less than x1 less than x2 dot dot less than xn is equal to B be a partition of close interval a comma b. Then norm of P is the maximum length of the subinterval of partitions P. That means norm P is equal to max xi minus 1. That means maximum of delta I, where delta I is equal to xi minus 1, I is equal to 1 to dot up to n. Now we discuss example. First example, a function f is defined on close interval 0, 1 by fx is equal to 1 if x is rational and 0 if x is irrational. We have to show f is not integrable on close interval a comma or on close interval 0, 1. That means we have to show lower integral a to b f d lower integral, that means we have to show lower integral 0 to 1 f dx not equal to upper integral 0 to 1 f dx. So, solution. Here f is bounded on closed interval 0, 1. Let us take the partition P of closed interval 0, 1 such that P is equal to x0, x1, x2 dot xn, where 0 is equal to x0 less than x1 x2 dot xn is equal to 1. Let capital M is equal to supremum of fx, where x belongs to closed interval 0, 1. Small m is equal to infimum of fx, x belongs to closed interval 0, 1. And capital Mi is equal to supremum of fx, x belongs to closed interval xi minus 1, xi, and small mi is equal to infimum of fx, x belongs to closed interval xi minus 1, xi, I is equal to 1 to dot up to n. We know that the closed interval xi minus 1, xi is a sub-interval of closed interval 0, 1. So, here clearly we see that capital M is equal to 1, small m is equal to 0, capital Mi is equal to 1, small mi is equal to 0. So, UPF is equal to summation of Mi delta I is equal to 1 to n is equal to capital M1 x1 minus x0 plus capital M2 x2 minus x1 plus dot capital Mn xn minus 1. Putting the value of M1, M2 dot Mn, we get that this is equal to 1 minus 0, that means is equal to 1. Now, LPF is equal to small mi delta I is equal to 1 to n. Now, small m1 x1 minus x0 plus m2 x2 minus x1 plus dot mn xn minus 1. Now, putting the value of mi, that means 0, we have this is equal to 0. So, this holds for all partitions P on closed interval 0, 1. The set LPF P belongs to the partition set closed interval 0, 1 is a singleton set, that is 0. So, LUB, that means least upper bound of the set is 0, that means lower integral of 0 to 1 f dx is equal to 0. And the set UPF, where P belongs to the partition set of closed interval 0, 1 is the single set, singleton 1. So, GLB of the set is 1, that is upper integral 0 to 1 f dx is equal to 1. So, here we clearly see that lower integral 0 to 1 f dx not equal to upper integral 0 to 1 f dx. So, f is not integrable on closed interval 0, 1. Now, another example, so that every constant function is integrable. Consider a function, constant function fx is equal to k for all x belongs to closed interval a, b. Let capital P is equal to x0, x1, x2 dot xn be any partition of closed interval a, b. Then small mi is equal to GLB of f in closed interval xi minus 1, xi. That means infimum value of f in closed interval xi minus 1, xi, which is equal to k. Now, capital Mi is equal to least upper bound or supremum value of f in closed interval xi minus 1, xi, which is also equal to k. I is equal to 1 to dot up to n. Now, LPF is equal to summation over small mi delta I is equal to 1 to n. Now, putting the value of small mi, we get k into delta 1 plus delta 2 dot up to delta n, which is equal to k into b minus a. And UPF is equal to summation over capital Mi delta I is equal to 1 to n, which is equal to, in putting the value of capital Mi, we get k into delta 1 plus delta 2 dot up to delta n. So, this is equal to k into b minus a. This holds for all partitions of P in closed interval a, b. Thus, lower integral f dx is equal to upper integral f dx is equal to k into b minus a. So, here f is R integrable.